Hello and welcome to Inkscape for Teachers. In this tutorial I'll be showing you how you can use images to create realistic patterns, or fairly realistic anyway. For example, you might want a brick wall pattern on this house, on the wall, or a roof pattern on the roof of tiles. Okay, well what we can do is we can find some images and import them and then use them. I've already found some images, so I'll just import them. File, import, and brick 2 I think was one. Just go OK, open that up. It's come in fairly large, so I'll zoom out and shrink it down. Okay, so there's a brick pattern. I'll just put that off to the side. And I'll also import a roof tile pattern. Roof tiles are a bit more problematic because they're on angles, or can be on angles, and can look a bit messy, but we'll have a go. I think it's under roof tile 2. Yep, I'll open that one. Okay, and there's my roof tile pattern. Okay, let's start with the bricks first. Just use the mouse wheel, hold it down and scroll around. Okay, let's just zoom in. And with a brick pattern, I like to use the rectangle tool, or R. Let's start on a full brick, but in the middle of the mortar, and drag down across to the middle of the mortar on the next side, and in the middle down there, because that pattern will repeat. If it's next to itself, there'll be a whole brick next to this, and this one will have a half brick completing the previous half brick, but anyway. Select tool, shift click to select the whole image, so I've got the rectangle and the image selected, then object, clip, set. Now it's still got a very big marquee around it because it includes the bit of the image that's hidden, but if we go Alt-I, it does two things: it shrinks it down and it creates a pattern and puts it in our pattern list, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, let's use that now. If I click on this part of the house, this area I want to fill, go to fill and stroke under the pattern icon. Now that's put in a previous vector graphic I created, but if I look under here, the latest one is the highest number. If I click that, and there are the bricks. Now you might think, gee, that it looks a bit unrealistic, they're gigantic bricks. It might be what you want, but if not, you click on it, and then N for the node tool. Over here you'll see this little cross. I'll drag that over here, and it actually moves the pattern. You can see that. But also this square, if you control click and drag, you can change the size of the bricks to something suitable. You can even rotate it if you wanted to, or Control Z. So there we have a brick pattern on the house now. Now let's look at the roof image. I'll zoom in. The key here again is to get a rectangular shape, so I don't want the slope here. I want a column of tiles that's fairly vertical, so around here somewhere. Again, rectangle tool, perhaps look in here, I'll just drag a rectangle here. Select tool, now let's drag it so it's at perhaps the top of the, maybe drag it across a bit. It's not going to be perfect, but maybe the top before the shadowy bit of the next tile. Here the same thing, just to the top, maybe somewhere in there. That might do for the moment. Shift click the entire image, object, clip, set. Again, there's a marquee around the rest of the image, but if we go Alt-I, it creates a pattern and shrinks in that marquee. Now let's go to the roof. So these are our patterns. I'll drag this over here. Click on the roof, pattern, don't want bricks on the roof, the highest number there, and there are the tiles. Again, N for the node tool lets me change the size, and I've got to find they can be in funny positions, this cross and everything, but let's drag it to there, and the rectangle on Control keeps the proportions. Do something like that. It's not super realistic because over here, yeah, perhaps it is, perhaps it isn't, but it's a bit hard to get roof tiles. If you want to rotate it, Again, click on it, N for the node tool. You can rotate things around. You might want to do it in sections, or you can even rotate, you know, that looks a bit silly. You know, it's up to you really. Perhaps as we had it. So yeah, I'm not a great fan of the roof tile effect, but that's something, I guess. Bricks, it's more applicable. Anyway, might be how you can render slightly more realistic pictures if you're drawing mock-up of a house plan or something like that. Okay, as always, thanks for watching.